The new Netflix documentary film explores the murderer nurse Charles Cullen, which was recently made into a film, The Good Nurse. Let's see if this documentary film is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that's theaters and on streaming services just like Netflix. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more up and coming content. When mysterious lab results link a series of deaths at a local hospital, a heroic nurse teams up with two small-town detectives to help capture nurse and friend Charles Cullen, one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. The serial killer Charles Cullen was recently explored in a Netflix film starring Eddie Redmayne and Jessica Chastain, The Good Nurse, which I did not review, but I thought it was a really good film. A lot of dramatic moments, exploring the relationship between the two nurses and eventually what Charles Cullen was doing. Eddie Redmayne played him. Very sinister performance. Having this documentary film released so close to that Netflix film, you feel like you just saw everything that was explored in this Netflix documentary film in that Netflix film. Everything that they discussed within this documentary film was explored in that movie. So you feel like you're not getting anything new in terms of the development of this case and the relationships as well. You get a lot of footage of him in court and him being interviewed. You get a lot of footage of him in court and a lot of audio as well. But what they do cover essentially was already in that movie. And this documentary is an hour and 35 minutes. I think a lot of this documentary is not only how he affected these patients' families and murdered them, but also how he affected his friends, those nurses, and how everybody loved him and how he was so trustworthy and people cared for him and how that affected their relationships. Because you do get a lot of interviews with this woman, a nurse who worked alongside him, and how she kind of took in all this information, and once she learned of everything, how she went back and thought about everything that had happened and how she was like helping him even though she wasn't killing anybody. She was right there when everything was happening. So a lot of those moments are dramatic and very personal and really heartbreaking to listen to, how they are affected by everything. And then we have a lot of the patients' families involved as well. And I'm not gonna lie, I teared up at the end when they were talking about loved ones and what he took away from them, and there's no more holidays and graduations and celebrations with their loved ones. That moment kind of got to me, and it was really hard to listen to that conversation because they were playing the court case over that and showing him, and he didn't have any remorse for it, and how he described, went into detail with everything that had happened. It was really heartbreaking to listen to. So there's a lot of emotional moments through here, and it's very raw. The conversations, the footage, the feelings, the personal moments from everybody, it's deep, it's raw. At times it is hard to listen to. But I think with just releasing it so close together, you feel like you already know everything about this case from the film with Eddie Redmayne and Jessica Chastain. They tried to implement new things, but for the most part, from the moment where she was wearing a wire and the moment of him being interrogated at the end, everything you've heard before within that film. And it's been like less than a month since it's been released. So I think they should have spread it out, and then it would have been fresh in everybody's mind. I do think that the way that they handled Charles Cullen in here without really showing him in the beginning and middle half of the film, what they did was just show the backside of a person as they were trying to recreate certain scenes, but it was very dark and very sinister looking to give it that chilling atmosphere as they're trying to recreate certain moments of him and the patients and his presence in the hospital. So whenever we are trying to recapture those scenes, it is very chilling, but I like how they edited it and how they filmed it. It gave it that atmosphere that was very dark and matched what he did and how people thought about him and how he is one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. It's a well put together documentary series with the right amount of interviews, with the right amount of footage and audio, but with releasing it so close to that film, I'm not getting much new besides actual footage from Charles Cullen and interviews with other people. I wish they would have separated it months apart. I definitely would have still checked it out and reviewed it, but with it being so close, I feel like I just learned a lot about this case less than a month ago. So before I give you my score for Capturing the Killer Nurse on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie-related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so subscribe it and get it all in one spot. If you'd like to see where this documentary film ranks amongst all the other 2022 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give Capturing the Killer Nurse a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Capturing the Killer Nurse on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.